All right. So here's where I'm gonna throw the intro, because I want to say, probably open up each part just to say that I'm not gonna be talking outside of any voiced, non-voiced cutscenes. I'm going to be narrating all the non-voiced ones in terrible, terrible fashion. I'm not a voice actor, but I want to have this chronicled for myself and for anyone who might want to just like sit and listen to the MSQ sometime without a bunch of random banter. That was the thing, with my last go through of this had banter. Me talking to chat, me whatever. So I will be typing to you guys, but if I'm doing New Game Plus, I'm not going to talk outside of the narration. We'll see if I enjoy that, because I do. I want this kind of footage for myself, because I love this game. It'll be how it is. So I'm going to start this. I hope you enjoy the very beginning of the video game, once again with me. We're gonna go through the whole damn thing. ARR to Endwalker, and then Dawn Trail whenever they put that out. So, strap on in. We're gonna be here for a long time. Took me like over half a year to do this last time. Alright. Let's get through these intros. The first couple parts of New Game Plus are incredibly short. There's ARR, and then like part 3 and 4 get stupid long. Back when I speed around them, it was fascinating to see the time differences, even skipping all the cutscenes. So with the cutscenes, it's only going to be more. No set time of how long I'm going to go, but I feel like stopping. Night is young. Yeah, here we go. Thanks for being here, guys.
Here. Here. Feel. Hear, feel, think.
Hey. Hey, you! You alright, lass? You were moaning something fierce for a while there. Feeling the effects of the ether, I reckon. You'll get used to it, though. Don't worry. You there. Halt! What's this all about? Inspection. Men, search the carriage. I'm just an honest peddler, friend. So, don't be too disappointed if you don't find nothing, huh? Mind your tongue, old man, lest I cut it out. Look, sir, Somnus. Honest peddler, was it? Since when do honest peddlers deal in prohibited herbs? You're in a lot of trouble, old man. You'll rot in a dungeon till the end of your days, unless you can afford the fine. Business as usual. Ul'dah! Ul'dah! 2 arms! 2 arms! Seven hells. Consider this a warning. Now go! All of you! Kind of excitement ain't good for the heart. You be careful around them brass blades, lass. Bastards will have the shirt off your back if they fancy it. Like common bandits they are, only less honest. Thank the gods for sending some beastmen to the rescue, eh? Hey, even if we still got a long ride ahead, you mind keeping me company till we arrive? Them young'uns don't much care for conversation, you see. Brent's the name, and peddlin's me trade. Judging by your unusual garments, I'd wager you're one of them new adventurers. Knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory, now that's what I call a living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business, these days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? Well, if you ain't inclined to tell, I ain't about to pry. Might be his old Brent's the chatterbox, but he sure as hells ain't no busybody. We all have a secret of 3, don't we? Me? Dozens. And I'd rather they'd stayed secret, too, which is why I don't go sticking me nose where it ain't welcome. Just remember, though, there are more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. By the by, is this your first trip to Ul'dah? Yeah. Is it? Well then, let this journeyed itinerant tell you all the ins and outs of your destination. Ul'dah is ruled by the Sultana in name, but as most folks know, the Syndicate holds all the real power. Them and their monitorous cronies would happily get rid of her grace altogether, but that won't happen while she still commands the loyalty of the Royalists. The Royalists are nothing if not loyal. These factions have long fought over power, throwing the weight of their wealth against each other. They show no signs of stopping. Of course, the Lizardmen, that's the Ul'dah, couldn't care less about Ul'dah politics. They have their own interests, see, and they ain't afraid to use force to serve them. They say war is a gift to peddlers, need breeding profit and all. Though it shames me to say it, I'm inclined to agree. Long last, behold, Ul'dah, jewel of Thanalan, where folk turn sand into gold.
Deep in the sun-baked south, surrounded by the shifting sands of an endless desert, she rises. A solitary rose amidst the dust and rock, a symbol of defiance. Her name, Ul'dah. Even with the coming of the 7th Umbral Era, Hope springs eternal for the mongers and merchants who vie for lost fortunes in this bustling oasis. As the twin faces of Ul'dah maintain their vigil over all that has been and shall be, the present proffers a brave soul. One whose arrival could mark the beginning of a new era of prosperity for the realm.
And here's where we part ways, lass. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares. Then it's on to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for putting up with me prattle. You never did tell me your name, though. Hey, but here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met. I'll consider us. Where?
May the traders nurture our fortunes as they kindle the flames which burn within us all. For by fire are we reborn.
Oi, adventurer, over here. I mean you. Fresh off the carriage by any chance? How can I tell? Name's Wymond. I'm in business as knowing every bugger else's. Now then, what if I was to offer you some invaluable advice by way of welcome to our fair city? Free of charge, even. Just this once, like. Why, hello there. Who might you be? And if you're looking to join the Adventurers Guild, you've come to the right place. Name's Momody, and I own this fine establishment, if it please you. We also manage the Adventurers Guild here in Ul'dah, so you might say that looking after green adventurers like yourself is my vocation. And so lucky for you that it is. Without someone like me to steer you right, you'd soon find yourself out in the middle of nowhere, caught up in business you don't understand. Like our conflict with the Ul'dah, for example. They've been plaguing the Sultanate for nigh on, forever now. Then there's the Garlean Empire. None can say for sure what they're plotting these days, only that they are. Aye, the people drink and make merry, but underneath it all, there's worry. Worry and a lingering feeling of loss. Little wonder. It's scarce been 5 years since the lesser moon cracked open like a giant egg, releasing an abomination intent on turning the realm into an 8th hell. So much was lost in the blink of an eye. It was like the end of the world had come at last. Then things began to get foggy. Everyone's got their own version of what happened next. Some of them, hey, you'd think people would remember something like that, but the fact is they don't. Nobody does. There is one thing the survivors agree on, though. Part played by a band of adventurers who laid down their lives for a realm that wasn't their own. They fought valiantly. Like so many others, they never returned. Deeds worth remembering. I'm sure you'll agree. Just a shame our recollections of those brave heroes are as jumbled as those of the calamity itself. Whenever we try to call their faces to mind, it's like they're standing between us and the midday sun, permanently silhouetted. I'll bet that sounds poetic to you, doesn't it? Well, it's not. It's bloody infuriating. And if we can't remember them, let them be forgotten. So we call them the Warriors of Light. They'll forever stand as a shining example of what adventurers can achieve. That's why I welcome new arrivals like yourself to our fair city. All I ask is that you lend a helping hand and try to leave Ul'dah in a better state than you found her. If you can promise that, I'd be happy to let you join the guild. Alright then, a promise is a promise now. I'm counting on your help to put the past behind us. We need people working and spending and bickering, just like the old days. And a happy and prosperous Ul'dah means more business for the quicksand, too. Any road, let's make this official. Go ahead and write your name in the register, neat as you can. Ileana Ironhide. Well, ain't that a charming name? Just rolls off the tongue, it does. Alright, Miss Ironhide. On behalf of the Adventurers Guild, I officially... Please, sir, be merciful. 12 is my witness. I swear to you, I'll bring you your money. In the East, it's said that even a merciful god might be driven to vengeance if thrice blasphemed. Grateful you were given a fourth chance to offend. You two, attend to this scum. Oh, please, mercy! Well, ain't that a sorry sight? Nor an uncommon one, if I'm honest. Don't worry, though. You work hard, I doubt you'll ever end up like him. Just the same, ever need a bit of advice about one thing or another, pay me a visit. Just don't go bothering me every time you stub your bloody toe, alright? Of course, I do enjoy hearing a lady news of the many manhoods of her acquaintance from time to time. Any road, welcome to Ul'dah, Kinliana. Take a moment to catch your breath, and I'll teach you a little about our fair city. Eorzea, a realm embraced by gods and forged by heroes. It is here that one adventurer's journey begins. Though power, fame, and fortune all beckon, the intrepid soul is destined for greater things still. Guided by the Mother Crystal, they will walk the path of a hero, warrior, light. Well, young'un, how you finding our fine Ul'dah, then? Got your bearings about you yet? If so, mayhap it's time you ventured beyond the city walls. Bustling streets of Ul'dah are one thing, but the wilds of Fanaland, that's another altogether. You know a bloke you might fancy speaking to, and he you. Name of Papashan. You'll find him over at the Ul'dah Dispatch Yard. No doubt he'll have some work for you. Dispatch Yard's over in central Fanaland. Just head out the door across the hall, and you'll see the gates of Nald staring right back at you. Pass through it and head east. You'll come upon it for long. There's dangers beyond the wall, though, more than I'd care to count. Nothing too terrible, mind you, but feisty enough to attack if you draw near. Ain't nobody cared enough to warn you. Well, you certainly look the part of an adventurer, my friend. Might you be the good soul nobody advised me to expect, huh? I'm Papashan, station master of this humble dispatch yard. An empty title, I assure you. I truly am no more than a tired old Lalafell, passing his final years in quiet and solitude. 12 know there have been plenty of both these last 5 years since the calamity struck. Devastation was vast. Yet now, true Ul'dahs work together, doing all in our part to rebuild that which was laid to ruin. By the sweat of our brows and the love of our home, we have rebuilt Ul'dah to the grandeur and majesty that you see today. Railways which run through this dispatch yard, too, were born of the noble efforts of a great many souls. There's still much work to be done. The wounds left by the calamity run deep. Isolated areas beyond our lines of supply remain, and there are places you yet wanting for relief and restoration. Ul'dah needs the aid of you and your brethren, friend. In fact, never has I need been more dire. Which brings me to point. I suppose I do believe I may have some work suited to one of your ability. Did you come all this way? Perhaps you can perform an errand for me. Just so happens a number of sentries have been sent to guard the area, dispatched to the dispatch yard, as it were. They have long been away from the shade of and featherbeds of the city. Hot days and cold nights can play hells on the mind and body out here. It isn't much, but go and give them these twilight pretzels, would you? I find comfort food always help when I feel like it. Halt, madam. I'm gonna have to ask you to put the pretzel on the ground and place your hands above your head. State your name and business. A twilight pretzel from Papashan. May the gods forgive me. You'd say this new post has my nerves in a fist. I'm sorry about that. Yes, well, you may rest assured that the dispatch yard is safe as long as I stand watch. Please give Papashan my thanks and tell him that I only wish I could repay the favor. Western front, clear. Eastern front, clear. For me, from Papashan. Twilight pretzel, my favorite. How did he know? Can't fight on an empty stomach now, can I? Actually, I can't fight on any stomach. I suppose you could say I have no stomach. For fighting. Oh, save me. Scorching days, freezing nights. Post will be the end of me. Twilight pretzel, don't mind if I do. Now that's a refreshing goddamn pretzel. I feel reborn. You've returned, and with a deal fewer pretzels, I see. Tell me, how fair are Sultan Sworn and sentries? They have anything to report? Anything at all? What? Nothing? Are you sure? Oh dear. I think that's for your troubles then, and stay a moment. There is more I would ask of you. Ileana, I have just this moment. No. The time for concealment is past. Truth is, even before I had you deliver those pretzels, I was privy to some most unsettling news. Which is the real reason I sent you to meet those Sultan Sworn. A young noblewoman from a very prestigious family has run away from home. I've been ordered to see her safe return. The Sultan Sworn you met earlier are assisting with the search. Alas, it seems they have found no trace of her. I apologize for not being frank with you from the start, but we must proceed with caution. Should word of her disappearance spread, I fear others with less honorable motives may join the hunt. Should we allow her to come to any harm, even 100 beheadings would be punishment enough. That cannot happen, Kinliana. It must not. I need your help. Find her. Oh, praise the 12. I knew I could count on you. I've instructed the others to expand the search, but the land is vast, and there are only so many of us. The young noblewoman's name is Lady Lilira. I want you to go south and look for her in the vicinity of the Sultan Tree. Good luck. Sultan Tree. About to enter an instance battle. Instance battles only occur during certain quests and missions. Take a moment to read the information displayed in the active help window. All of these.
O Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line, forgive my weakness. My failings have cost us dear. Show yourself!
As you command, O Lilira. Forgive my selfish desire to assure your welfare.
I don't recall requesting an escort. Simply pretend we never met and continue on your way.
We both know I can do no such thing. It isn't safe for you here alone. It isn't safe for anyone. Not with this etheric disturbance. It's as though the dead are watching us. And I'd prefer not to join them, if it's all the same to you. Ah, you must be the one the Papa Shan mentioned. Congratulations on finding our elusive young charge. You'll have to forgive her impetuousness. What she lacks in discipline, she makes up for in stubbornness. You should return with us. The station master will be eager to thank Lady Lilira's protector in person. Alas, the station master will have to wait. Dear Lilira, for my sake, please stay out of harm's way. As for you, dear friend, for Lilira's sake, please stay in harm's way. Whew.
Hear, feel, think.
You never see it coming. You say that my mind is too fast for eyes.
Crystal bearer. I am Heidelin, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them. By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart. Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
Ah, coming around now.
Would you mind telling me what that was?
If I only knew. A denizen of the void at any rate.
The void scent? Here? But how?
The question isn't how, but who. We're not dealing with bookless bandits. Don't suppose the answer came to you in a dream. No sooner did you fell the beast than you fell asleep. Too much ether, no doubt. Interesting. I hadn't considered the crystal. But of course, this changes everything. Oh, just thinking aloud? At any rate, we haven't a moment to spare. I must return and report this at once. I leave Lady Lilira in your capable hands.
How dare you pass me about like a swaddled babe? I shall return and tell them myself.
As you wish, your impetuousness. I suspect we shall meet again before long. Until then, do try and stay awake.
Thank the gods you've returned. You had us all so worried. You do realize what would happen if a person of your noble stature would be injured. Worse? Why, Her Grace the Sultana would be beside herself with grief, and so would her subjects. I dare say they'd be weeping in the streets. But I have already given you cause to weep, Papa Shan, you and the people of Ul'dah. Please, you're not to say such things. You will find it, I swear to you. It is not my place to make demands, my lady, but I beg you, please stay out of harm's way. I apologize for causing you undue worry, Papa Shan. I shall refrain from traveling unescorted in the future. Cannot thank you enough, Kinliana. I understand you fought bravely to protect Lady Lilira from Void-sent fiend. For your gallant service, you deserve all the riches in the royal vaults. Alas, a small token of my gratitude is the best I can offer. Sarcastic man with a strange contraption strapped to his shoulder? I see you met Thancred. He's a scholar who spends his days investigating oddities in the ether. Rather too fond of the sound of his own voice, for my liking, but perfectly harmless. As for you, Kinliana, you're just the sort of adventurer we need around here. I pray you show the same kindness to the people of Thanalan as you did to us today. You're an adventurer, yes? You're not otherwise occupied. I have a favor to ask. I've resolved to repay a debt of gratitude, which I owe the owner of the coffer and coffin. For this purpose, I've purchased from the royal plantations a prodigiously plump pumpkin, a particularly popular piece of produce. Alas, I cannot part this place to procure and proffer the pumpkin, you see. The scheduled shipment from the Nanawa wines, for which I wait, is late. I would prevail upon you to pick up the pumpkin in my stead, and see it safely to the coffer and coffin. Present this receipt of your purchase to Gagari at the Royal Plantations. He will gild it to you. I apologize for asking you to attend this time-consuming task, but I truly appreciate yours. Cicero doesn't come calling soon, this spectacular specimen shall sadly be past its prime. Oh, so you're to deliver this decadent delight. I can say with confidence that any gourmand would be grateful for such a grand gift. Here's the pumpkin. I hope it meets with Roger's approval. Fresh produce is something somewhat scarce in these parts, and as such, we are always deluged with demand. You know the way to the Coffer and Coffin, correct? It is beyond the bridge to the northwest, for a place where local laborers lounge. Drink for you, lassie. You won't get better ale or spirits for your coin than at me place. What's that? Wee Cicero asked you to bring this here to me. So even that foul-mouthed drunk knows of the meaning of remorse. Reckon this is for the time I carried his drunk sodden ass back home. That hell's an honest-to-good's pumpkin from the royal plantations. Can't wait to see what the cooks will do with her. Lads here scoff down beastly amounts of meat, and it's starting to tell on their health. It'd be good to get more vegetables in their bellies. Assuming I can get the stubborn bastards to try something new. Thanks for the help, lassie. Word is, Blackbrush Station's sorely undermanned. Stone torches there can't get a moment's peace. Folk by the name of Warren is hoping to bolster their numbers for a short-term assignment or two. Fancy putting a few extra gil in your pocket, you could do a lot worse. Looking for work, perchance? If so, you couldn't have come at a better time. These stone torches are sellswords hired by Imagina and Sons Mineral Concern to protect its interest. Our primary duty here is to keep the tracks clear of pests. It's for this purpose that we require your aid. Point out, however, that it can be messy work, liable to get messier still if you're ill-prepared. A single piece of gear can mean the difference between life and death. I'll not have it on my conscience that I sent an ill-equipped adventurer to an untimely demise. See to it that your arms and armor are in order. When you are ready, present yourself to me again. So, you ready for inspection? Good. Everything appears in order. Yet, know that naught is guaranteed in this world. Fate is a fickle mistress, after all. At any rate, capable adventurers like you are few and far between, and I would not have you throw your life away. I had to bury too many comrades who brushed aside cracks in their hauberks and dints in their helms. No matter what you face, do not disregard the importance of gear. Let's get to it then, shall we? Ore wagons pass through this station every day, but not without incident. Wagons coming and going from the dispatch yard to the south must pass through a tunnel by Fesh's watch. A tunnel in which some genius saw fit to put an ore storehouse, creating ideal conditions for a kobold nest. So now, the ore-loving beasts have taken up residence in a tunnel we dug. We're practically delivering meals to their doorstep. But no more. Inside the tunnel in question, you will find a narrow fissure where the kobolds hide. Use this silver ore cluster to lure out the creatures and slay them. Well done. It shan't be easy work to keep the tunnel free of Koblins, but our wagons should be able to go unmolested for a time. Disruptions to ore shipments threaten not only the entrance of Amagina and Sun Mineral Concern, but of Ul'dah herself. One might liken these train tracks to veins that bear our nation's lifeblood. Only we had more women like you to lend a hand. The altruistic adventurer. I was hoping we'd bump into each other. Why? Because the most fascinating piece of news recently reached my ears, and I'm eager to share it. May I? Rumor has it that there's a vast, untapped vein of ore beneath the ruins of Sildon. That's not all. Inconceivably, the concern appears to be entirely ignorant of its existence. And even as we speak, a young upstart, a self-made merchant from Stone's Throw of all places, is moving to claim it. The fellow's name is Wyston. He is a very, very ambitious young man. Not only does he intend to secure exclusive excavation rights, but they say his master plan is to use his new fortune to curry favor with the Sacrarium. Of course, the thaumaturges only consider the opinions of the most wealthy when drafting the laws of Ul'dah. If you would have your voice heard, you must be prepared to pay a sultan's ransom. One voice which is invariably heard belongs to Lord Lolorito. He has long lavished skill upon the thaumaturges, and some claim that he devises new laws with the express intention of ruining his competitors while protecting his own interests. Suffice to say, if Wyston thinks he can compete with the likes of the Syndicate, he's in for a rude awakening. That eventuality may yet be a little way off. For the present, he's moving ahead with his plans, assembling a team to survey the site. I'm told he's at the Coffer and Coffin right now, recruiting able-bodied adventurers to escort his prospectors. Warren said you were looking for work. Mayhap you should meet Wyston and volunteer for his expedition? Come to join? Ah, sorry, you're too late. Some brass blades looking for extra coin volunteered, and the team's already en route to the ruins. But look, I know it's not easy to find work these days. If you're interested, there's something else you can do for me. There are these children outside, little ones from Stone's Throw. I look after them when I have time to spare, so they've taken to following me around, even when I tell them not to. What, with overseeing the search for the vein, I barely have a chance to visit the privy at the moment, much less entertain younglings. Can you give them these ginger cookies and convince them to go home for me? I like playing with Wyston. He makes sure no one bullies us. Wyston's worried about us? Oh, I don't want to make him worried. I'm a good girl, so I'll go home. Wyston's kind to us. I like it. This is for me. I want to eat it, but then again I don't, because then it'd be gone. Tell Wyston thanks, and I'm sorry for getting in the way. Wyston always plays with us. Why won't he come out and play? Wow, a ginger cookie? Better save some for my brother. I know, I'll go home and eat it with him. Ain't going nowhere, missus. I'm hungry to move besides, so you'll have to carry me. A cookie? Well, if Wyston really wants me to go home, then all right, but I want two next time. Thank you, adventurer. I only wish I could do more. Stone's Throw is no place for a child. Not that my childhood was much happier. You had never enough food to go around, nor work to earn it. No shortage of contempt from the great and the good. I remember thinking things could only get better, and yet now, after the calamity and everything else, for us refugees to be forced to live outside the gates like bloody beastmen is a disgrace. They say with enough money you can change the laws here, so I'm going to make a fortune and do just that. I'll buy excavation rights and start my own mining business. And I'll give my fellow refugees the work they're crying out for and pay them fairly. The mining companies have profited from our suffering for too long, but in their hubris they've grown complacent, presenting us with a golden opportunity. And we will take it, adventurer. We will reclaim our dignity, and with it, our place within those walls. Found her! We found the vein, Wyston. You must come and see. Already, amazing! We leave at once. You should join me, my friend. Come and bear witness to history in the making. Those balls, son! A Vanivore in the middle of a ruined bloody city? God's damned idiot! What did you think was gonna happen? That you'd strike it rich and get cozy with the Order while the Masters of Ul'dah looked on? No one crosses the Syndicate. The Syndicate? Ha! Finally sunk in, has it? Well, look at this. Not all your friends have deserted you, it seems. Lucky boy. Now you won't have to die alone. O mournful voice of creation, grant ye this humble stone a soul, that it may wake to life. Who's that spouting gibberish? Show yourself. This ain't part of the plan. Bloody hell, does Lord Lilorito mean to kill us all too? Strong. Are you strong enough to withstand this? Impossible! Never has the golem been so sorely tested. The golem. Woman is no ordinary adventurer. Damn, seems I've missed all the fun. I see you didn't need my help this time. I would compose a ballad in your honor, but I fear no words would do you justice. The songstress of Ul'dah herself could not rival your beauty. Oh, stop it. I've oft heard it said that a blossom's beauty can move a man to love it long, but I never truly believed it until I met you two desert roses. I hear they attacked another caravan. Oi, and business is suffering for it. Bloody Emolja. Stirred 'em up, you reckon? Another raid. I'll wager that caravan was carrying crystals, much like the last. Truly mean to summon a primal, we must act quickly. Are you coming, love? You wouldn't keep a girl waiting, would you? Oh, perish the thought. So tell me, where in this marvel of a city might you lovely ladies be staying? At this rate, Grain will soon be more precious than gold. The result of the uncommonly bad harvests, to be sure. We have you to thank for them, not. Aye, this weakening of the etheric flow must surely be linked to Dalamud's descent. Force. Primal. Fine mess, but we must not lose hope. Louis Soir will know what to do. We need only trust in his judgment. Truly a marvel of Charlian ingenuity, as if I could reach out and touch the ether. Time to focus. No more gallivanting about like before. Scions are counting on you. Have faith. Just have faith. You can do this. Disturbance is recent. Sultan tree. Maybe Papa Sean will know something of it. Looks like they gave you quite a thrashing. Can you walk? It's me. It's too late. Person of interest had already quit the scene. General. Very well, I shall be there anon. My colleagues went to great lengths to provide me with the means to detect etheric disturbances. But every time I find one, you seem to be in the middle of it. I'm starting to wonder if it might not be simpler to just follow you around. Sadly, I have business elsewhere. Tread softly, my friend. The carefully laid trap you dismantled was clearly sanctioned by Lord Lolorito. I heard the Blades mention him as they fled. Believe me when I tell you that he is not a man to be trifled with. The Sultana's enemies grow bolder by the day, and I suspect they have support on the outside forces. Thank you. If you hadn't come along, those bastards would surely have slaughtered us all. I would speak with you further, but it isn't safe for us to linger here. If I meet the coffer and coffin later, until then, stay safe. I shall accompany Wyston and his men. They need protection, and I need more information. Ah, but where are my manners? I've yet to properly introduce myself. I'm Thancred, a humble scholar surveying the flow of ether in Thanalan. It's an honor and a privilege to make your acquaintance. I hope when next we meet is under more auspicious circumstances. Farewell. Wait a moment. It occurs to me that we may have... Never mind. Very well. Well, bless you, my friend. You risked your life to save ours. Betrayed by my own guards. Gods, I was a fool to trust those men. Lolorito owns the goddamn brass blades. I should question their motives from the start. So I could hardly have predicted that the wealthiest man in Ul'dah wanted me dead. The heinous crime of seeking to change the law. Just a merchant, for God's sakes. That ruthless bastard. What of that monstrosity? It was for his own men. Beggars belief. Well, that's it. I'm finished. If I stay in Ul'dah any longer, I'm as good as dead. Associates, my friends, gods, even the children may not be safe if I don't disappear. And you... Damn it, if Lolorito learns of your involvement, you'll be next. Speak with the others and make sure your part in this stays secret. On that, I don't know what to suggest. Maybe you should seek out the counsel of Mistress Mobody. She's helped countless adventurers in her time. Perhaps she'll know what to do. Go quickly now, my friend. Lolorito spies may be watching. Settle down, Kinliana. Got nothing to worry about. No one seems to know you were at the ruins. Wyston, on the other hand, is now a pariah. Not as welcome around here as a rabid wolf, poor bugger. Nice to say, that boy risked the wrath of the wrong man. Lord Lolorito, chairman of the East Aldenar Trading Company, generous contributor to the Order of Nalthal, and member of the Syndicate. Didn't get where he is by leaving loose ends, that one. Which is why he ain't above killing his own men. Else, even if those blades knew what was coming, it's not like they could refuse to do their benefactor's bidding. Don't let this color your view of Ul'dah, Kinliana. It's true that there are some here who ain't afraid to crack a few skulls if it gets them what they want, but most of us are decent folk just trying to make ends meet. You know, a lot of people would call you a damn fool for risking your life to save a marked man. But I believe you did a good thing, Kinliana, and for that, you have my respect. Listen, I've been through a lot lately. Why don't you rest a spell? All the boys at the Hourglass set you up with a room. My treat. Have a word with Otapa Popata whenever you feel like staying. When you got the appetite for adventuring back, consider taking on a guild leave or two. There's a lot of requests from locals looking to hire adventurers for various jobs. A good way for you to earn yourself some extra gil. Eustace can tell you more about how the system works, so go and speak with him if you're interested. With the quarrel dragged in. Good to see you, Kinliana. I'd ask what brings you, but I reckon we both know the answer to that already. Well, if I ever let you down before... Wait, don't answer that. So, happens I know a fellow by the name of Dadinin who needs a hand. He's a merchant by trade, selling precious stones to those in Ul'dah with the means to buy them. He's asked that I sent any looking for work his way. You can find him over in Horizon if you fancy. That's in Western Thanaland, mind you. Just cross the bridge north of Scorpion Crossing, and the road will take you there. Knowing the circles he deals in, might be he'll have some talk of the royal family that'll interest you as well. Why not make use of a chocobo porter for the journey to Horizon, if you've the gil for it then. You'll find the chocobo stables just across the way from my quicksand. Find Mimigun, he'll set you straight. Well, off you go then. I haven't got all day to be holding your bloody hand. Leon, I presume? Aye. Nobody said to expect you, and so I have. Welcome to Horizon. Ours is a trading settlement that sees goods in from the port of Vesper Bay to the west. Trade we do. Every day goes by that Horizon isn't bustling with some manner of merchants and officials. They keep us running about busy, they do. Enough that I wish I had chocobo legs in place of my own. That's why I decided to ask Momody to send me any souls looking for work. Well, no, there's plenty of it to be done around here. Speak to me again when you're ready to make yourself of some use. It so happens that I have a situation that must be resolved post-haste. I do mean post-haste. I'm plumb out of premium product, and my latest order is yet to arrive. If I keep my customers waiting any longer, this could irrevocably damage my reputation. What's worse, I paid my man in advance for his services. Despite his assurances it would be a simple affair, I've heard nothing since he departed for Copperbell Mines days ago. Find Drunken Stag and give him this notice. I cannot afford any further delay. What do you want, huh? Adnan's product? Can send all the notices he likes, but won't change a thing. The concern is closed the mines due to some incident in the depths. Oh, it's a damn shame, too. Lost a decent haul just over yonder during all the chaos. The product you heard Dadnan go on about was valuable gemstone known as raw nashicite. Managed to dig up a goodly amount just before the mines were closed off, actually. Packed it up and hauled it out, even. Then some 12's damn koblins came along, not like any koblins I'd seen before, and hungry only for the good rocks. They had eyes for me gemstones, so I had no choice but to oblige. Stone Torches had their hands full evacuating mines. They ignored the beasts. Even now, they're only concerned with keeping people out. Please, friend, if you're willing to face the koblins, would you bring me my nashicite? How'd you fare, friend? Did you find the raw nashicite? Beautiful, isn't it? Rarer than many stones and more expensive than most. They say the green is the same as the eyes of Nanasha Ul'dah, who once ruled as Sultana. This should save Dadnam from his troubles, if there's enough left. Far less here than what I found. I reckon those kobolds made a meal of this stuff. Like a chance to make some money, right? Then I know just how I can repay you for your kindness. Swarms of sun midges have been harassing travelers along the road, connecting Horizon to here. It's gotten so bad that the brass blades have started paying folks to keep the roads clear. You find it hard to believe that swarms of tiny midges could be so troublesome. You've never seen a chocobo driven into a frenzy by one. There have already been some terrible accidents. Do your part, slay a few swarms. After that, let Fufalupa know. He'll reward you for your trouble, and maybe even offer you more work. Greetings and salutations, adventurer. To what do I owe this? What? You've slain how many swarms of sun midges? Oh, you have my sincerest thanks. The brass blades have been struggling to keep them in check, so your assistance is greatly appreciated. Will you be staying in Horizon long? If so, there is much and more you can do to help here. Pray allow me to enlist your aid, brave adventurer. I would have you ascertain the whereabouts of a missive I sent to Lost Hope the other day. Lord Leofric is stationed there. Ever since he was transferred, we've exchanged letters, but never before has it taken this long to receive a reply. And so I fear that the courier may have been met with some misfortune en route. He must have made it to Central Danland, where the brass blades that patrol the roads between here and Scorpion Crossing would have seen something. But if she made it as far as Blackbrush Station, she would have surely delivered the letter by now. Lost Hope is practically on its doorstep. I suggest you focus your search on the road to Blackbrush Station in Central Danland. Good luck, you will find her quickly. Huh? A letter? Hi, I got Foopaloopa's missive right here. Won't be delivering it anytime soon, though. Gotta tend to my bird's injured leg first. The most minor cuts can fester if ignored. Foopaloopa sent you, right? This is a pressing matter. Why don't you take it the rest of the way? Lost Hope's just past Blackbrush Station, to the northeast. Look for the tents by the river. Just passing through, or will you be staying a while? Foopaloopa sent you all this way because of a late letter. Boy is still far too earnest. Despite my demotion, he continues to call me captain. I suspect he has no idea what it means to be transferred to Lost Hope either. Brass blades don't give a Kikrin's arse about this settlement. No one in Ul'dah does. All here have been forsaken, adventurer. The refugees, the protectors. You will be too if you're seen associating with us. Thank you for the letter. Now, for your own good, leave. I thought I told you to get out of here. What, looking for a chance to do some good? I guess I can't force you to go. Damn stubborn adventurers, a lot of you. Fine then, listen well. A band of outlaws has taken up residence at the Quiveron Manse on the ridge to the south. Their leader has styled himself heir to the Yolande Quiveron, the syndicate member who died in the calamity. The Baron and his cronies are not more than a pack of jackals. They prey on the people of Lost Hope, robbing them of what little they have. I myself cannot act without endangering the refugees, as they know my face and will retaliate against Lost Hope. You, however, are not known to the bandits or their allies. Wish to help us? Then deal with the Baron. it's done? Good. I hope that wretch died screaming. Ul'dah's more prosperous ever, some say. May be true for the Syndicate, but none of that wealth has trickled down to the small folk. All Mummer's farce. One day I refused to play my part, and so I was made to leave the stage. Aye, my time is past. Brass Blades of the Rose must look to others for guidance. You noticed, I'm in no shape to leave Lost Hope right now. In my stead, I'd like you to return to Horizon and give this dagger to Fufalupa. Although it's just an old ornamental dagger, it belongs with the Brass Blades of the Rose. I've given it to the boy before I came. Cynthiana, I received word from Captain Leofric the other day. Thank you for delivering the letter for me. Why do you have that dagger? Only a captain of the Brass Blades of the Rose is permitted to possess it. Captain Leofric says I'm to have it? Well, there must be some mistake. You couldn't possibly mean to tell me that... No, of course not. I am not worthy to wield it. Nevertheless, I shall respect the captain's wishes and take the dagger into safekeeping until he comes to reclaim it. Brass Blades of the Rose have needed your assistance once more, Kinliana. Thaumaturges from the ossuary are presently surveying the footfalls for ancient relics. As an area is rife with beasts, the Horizon garrison there has been charged with their security. But Captain Baldwin sent only a handful of brass blades. Despite his assurances to the contrary, such a small unit cannot possibly be sufficient to protect our patrons. I would have you offer your assistance to my comrades. Pray, travel to the footfalls and speak with Todoruna. Adventure coming to help. Ain't heard nothing from Captain Baldwin about this. He said trusted men only. Any road, we got this under control. Besides, this operation ain't got nothing to do with Fufalupa. It's got a stick up his arse the size of a sabatender. No wonder the captain told him to stay in Horizon. Hey, adventurer. Mind running a message to Crescent Cove for us? Captain Baldwin's planning some festivities for the Thaumaturges, see? He wants them treated to the finest food and drink. Nothing but the best for our distinguished guests, huh? Head west and south of the village and tell Raph he's to deliver a bounty of fresh fish to Horizon for the feast. Fresh fish for Captain Baldwin. Of course. We'll do our best, madam. Unfortunately, we've had a poor catch in recent days on account of the rough seas. More boats should be returning soon, but I cannot promise their catch will please. Don't worry, milady. The captain will have his fish, I swear it. You're an adventurer, are you not? I know this is sudden, but I have no one else to turn to. Last night, a gang of bandits from the Quiveron Manse were in their cups, and I overheard them discussing their plans. It seems they've come to collect gemstones stolen from Copperbell Mines. Nash site, I think I heard one say. They are to meet with their co-conspirators soon at the footfalls. What did you say? Illicit exchanges and shadowy dealings. The Brass Blades cannot abide such maleficence. Forgive my eavesdropping, Kinliana. I came to Crescent Cove merely to thank you in person. I never imagined I'd uncover a criminal conspiracy right outside Horizon's gates. You must act quickly if you're to apprehend these thieves. I will notify Captain Baldwin at once. No, wait, you mustn't... Oh, gods. You must stop him before it's too late. Captain Baldwin himself is working with the bandits. Captain Baldwin, sir, I've discovered something shocking, something horrible. Someone has been stealing gemstones from Copperbell Mines and... Wait, those gauntlets, those boots. Why, you're one of Quiveron's men. Sir, that man is a thief and a scoundrel. And? What of it? His coin's good, and that's what counts. What? Captain Baldwin, are you working with these men? It cannot be. I told you to stay in Horizon, Foofaloopa. Didn't have to be like this. Get their Nashicite, I'd get my gill, and none would be the wiser. But sir, what if your crimes are uncovered? What if Lord Lolorito finds out? You goddamn fool. Don't you see? I'm acting under the authority of Lord Lolorito himself. No! That can't be true. Why do you think people join the Brass Blades, Foofaloopa? Serve and protect? Heh. We're not the Bloody Flames here. We do this for the coin. You there, adventurer. You remember me? Well, I remember you. I'm Sir Baron von Quiveron the Fourth Esquire. You killed my brother, and now I'm going to return the favor. Well, that settles it. It's really in everyone's best interests that both of you die. Time to do your duty, Foofaloopa. Time to die for your country. Why, Captain, why? I trusted you! Stronger than I thought. Damn you both, you're ruining everything! Where is spear, Kinliana? That's enough, Baldwin. Partner's dead, and your plans are undone. No reason left to fight. Stay out of this, Leofric. I don't take orders from you. I may have spared your life before, but if you interfere, I will not show you mercy. Mercy will he show you, I wonder? You who have done so much in another man's name. What are you blathering on about? Fishermen in Crescent Cove knew about your meeting, you arrogant fool. Quiveron's men couldn't keep their mouths shut. Imagine Lord Lolorito's surprise when he learned that a rank-and-file Brassblade was using his name to advance a personal agenda. Knows? Seven hells. But I'm a captain. He wouldn't... I was a captain once too, remember? We both know what happened to me. Well fought, boy. Done the Brassblades of the Rose proud. Captain Leofric! Captain Baldwin, he said that Lord Lolorito... Lord Lolorito wouldn't waste his time on a small-scale smuggling operation. This is all Baldwin's doing. What else did he say? That all our brethren are no better, and that everyone cares for not what but coin? Heh! Mere excuses to justify his schemes. Aye, we've no shortage of greedy sods. Some who'd probably sell their own mothers into slavery if the price was right. But there are men like you, Foofaloopa. Men good and true, whom the small folk respect. Which is why I gave you the dagger. The Brass Blades of the Rose need a leader with honor. You're the most honorable man I know. Captain! Thank you for all your help, Kinliana. The captain and I will escort Captain Baldwin back to Horizon. Pray visit me in town when next you return. Welcome back, Kinliana. So much has happened. Captain Baldwin has been arrested and stripped of rank, which means the Brass Blades of the Rose no longer have a captain. Until a new one is designated, I've been ordered to serve as acting captain of the Horizon Garrison. Though, doubtless this is only a temporary arrangement, I will do my utmost to represent my brethren and protect the people of Horizon. Thank you, Kinliana, for your service to the Sultanate. You are a true hero. I salute you, honored friend. As acting captain, I would be much obliged if you would grant me a personal request. In our efforts to ascertain the full extent of the former captain's corruption, we've been poring over his personal correspondence. Our research unearthed this sealed letter addressed to a man named Owain. But he's one of the Sultan's sworn elite. I can think of no reason why he should have any dealings with Baldwin. You know that the former captain was consorting with a coalition of criminals. Could it be that Owain was too? This letter may well serve as evidence of their collusion, and so I dare not tamper with it myself. Given the events of recent days, I know not whom to trust with this information. Till now, I've chosen you, Kinliana. Pray bear the letter to Mistress Momodi of the Quicksand. Relate the circumstances of its discovery. Not only is she a staunch supporter of the Sultana, but she's well acquainted with the Sultan's sworn. You will know how best to proceed. Ah, Kinliana. Been too long. Dadnan tells me you've been keeping busy in Horizon. I want you to know that I'm grateful for everything you've done for the people of Ul'dah. Even though you've seen the seedier side of our city, you've continued to help your fellow man. Believe me, folk around here love you for it. What is it? You look like you got something to say. That's what this is all about. Chalupa's overthinking. They're thinking Owain might have been in league with Baldwin. This letter could be proof of something shady. Well, he needn't worry. Owain's as loyal a Sultansworn as I've ever known. I haven't the foggiest what this says, but... Wait a minute. Wasn't Owain the one who... Oh, hells. I've got a bad feeling about this. Listen, Kinliana, I think I know what this is all about, but I need you to swear to keep it quiet. If you'd rather wash your hands of this business, I won't hold it against you. Determined to see it through to the bitter end. Say the word, and I'll explain. Can I count on your discretion, Kinliana? If so, then listen closely. The outside world believes Ul'dah to be a sultanate, ruled by Sultana Nanamo Ul'namo. Truth is, though, it's the 6th wealthiest citizens that hold the most sway. Syndicate. That is May. Sultana's still got the support of the people. She might struggle to keep even that if a certain incident becomes public knowledge. Pains me to say it, but this is crown, the symbol of the royal dynasty, has been stolen. Owain's the Sultansworn who was charged with guarding it that night. If anything, this letter was written by the bastards who made off with the crown. It can't be a coincidence that the man we know to have been fraternizing with thieves had a letter for Owain of all people, this of all times. You need to take this to the man himself, Kinliana. Tell him Momodi sent you, and that it concerns a lost heirloom. It looks as though the fellow needs help, and I want you to lend it to him. The future of the fair city may depend on it. The heart of the swarm lies beyond. State your business. Pardon? Did you say a lost heirloom? See. Well met, adventurer. Business brings you here this day. Letter. You're well, let's see it. read this, adventurer? See. But you have some inklings as to its contents, I think. Mistress Momody has doubtless explained to you the significance of the crown lost me for Grace the Sultana. This theft shames the Sultan Sworn, and me most of all. Blame is mine, you see. Relax in my duties, and a moment of carelessness. No good to recount the tale now. The hour of the theft, we've searched frantically for any signs. Any whispers at all about the whereabouts of the crown? Found nothing. The identity of the thieves and their motives seemed fated to remain a mystery until you arrived, bearing this ransom note. In it, the criminals state their price for the return of Her Grace's crown. It pains me to say it, I fear I have no choice but to acquiesce to their demands. Too much is at stake to do otherwise. The crown symbolizes Her Grace's birthright and identifies her as the custodian of the Ul legacy. Must be recovered. Travel to the unholy heir and pay them their ransom. Though, foolish enough to meet these men alone, as they stipulate, I dare not bring a host of my comrades, lest the thieves take fright. Friend, would you consent to being present at the exchange? Mistress Momody has always spoken of you in the most glowing terms. I have never yet had reason to question her judgment. Of all those still loyal to the Sultana, I beseech you, help us in our hour of need. As agreed. Show me the crown. Aye, you'll have your precious crown, once we've been duly compensated. You think me a fool? What assurance have I that you will honor your part of the agreement? Now, Owain, you are the least trustworthy man here. Not only was the crown stolen on your watch, but it looks to be as though you violated the terms of our exchange. Did we not say that you were to come alone? And given that you are not alone, what guarantee have we that there isn't a company of archers surrounding us, even as we speak, ready to feather me and my men the moment they catch a glimpse of the crown? Made a mock of our trust, the deal is off. Wait, here's your payment, as promised. Hi, it's the real thing. 1,000 thanks to you, boy. You've succeeded where scores of thieves have failed. And now, at long last, we have it. The power to create an army of undying soldiers. The traitors spurn. No, it can't be. What have I done? Surely you must have wondered what it was that you were handing over. What it was that seemed as valuable to us as the crown seemed to you? Or did you just assume we were feeling charitable? But you must feel terrible, knowing that you've brought upon the doom of Ul'dah. Worry not, boy. We'll grant you a quick death and spare you further ignominy. Too many, Kinliana. Run. Run while you still can. I will do my duty. Your duty to the Sultana, lad. You'll be doing it for a good while yet. Sultan Sworn, put these thieves to the sword and secure that crown. Sultan Sworn. Huh. No matter. Kill them all. Fight for your Sultana, boy. Fight for Ul'dah. Command, Master Papashan. With me, Camilla. Fools, not whom you face. Yield to be slain, thief. I will not ask again. Master Papashan, but why? How? The general saw you sneak into our vaults, Owain. He suspected something was afoot and ordered us to keep an eye on you. In general, he ordered you to look after me? Master Papashan, more of them to the north. After them, Sultan Sworn. They have the crown. This lot sought only to delay us. Speak again, back in the city. Source of her strength. That was clear. You may have bested the golem, but you will not fare so well this day. O mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command, that I may smite mine enemies. Your very being imperils the plan, and not to be suffered to live. Soon you will take your vile gifts to the grave. Writhe as the venom eats its way through your veins. Mortal should possess such strength. You certainly have a knack for getting into trouble. Keep it up, Kiliana. We almost have it. And look, no matter, all shall fall before me. Whence springs this preternatural might? wisdom of the paragons should be brought low by mere mortals. Paragons. Indeed a disturbing revelation. I had long suspected the involvement of the bringers of chaos, Ascians, their true name. We could not be sure they were responsible for the recent disturbances until now. If the Sultanate needed any more enemies. Have we Charlians crossed paths with Ascians before? Well, we've certainly... Wait. I don't recall telling you about my homeland. Ah, yes, that's right. You're one of the gifted. You know, this marks the third time I've found you in the midst of trouble. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you're a lodestone for it. Anyway, I'm glad I started following you around. Who knows what grand conspiracy you'll stumble upon next? I jest. Had I truly been watching your every move, I wouldn't have taken so long to intervene in your latest altercation. But all's well that ends well, eh? Our masked friend is no more. While I very much doubt we've seen the last of his kind, his demise will likely grant us at least some respite. On that note, I must away. Until next time, Leon. Everyone's waiting for you, adventurer. Does it surprise you to see me dressed so, Kinliana? I was once a Sultan Sworn, you know, though it's been 15 years since I put down my sword and took up the role of station master. It is in a capacity in which I am no less proud to serve, lest you doubt. Whenever her grace ventures outside the gates, I have the honor of protecting her person. Never before had I seen her so despondent as when news of the crown's theft. Thanks to your valiant efforts, she has returned to her former vibrant self. You have the gratitude of every Sultan Sworn, Kinliana.
Exalted vessel of Northal, guardian of Thanalan, 17th ascendant to the throne of Ul'dah, Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Ul'namo presides.
Long live Nanamo!
Long live
Glory
Nanamo!
to the
Glory
Sultana!
to the Sultana!
Forever may she
Forever
reign!
may she reign!
They regaled me with tales of a champion amongst champions, once whose tireless service to the crown merited the highest honor we might bestow. Never did it occur to me that it might be you. Bring it forth! Betokening our gratitude and esteem, I, Nanamo Ul'namo, Sultana of Ul'dah, confer upon you this gift. Reborn,
Your Grace.
see to it that our champion is my personal guest at the banquet.
As you command, Your Grace. If what they say is true, Ul'dah owes you a great debt. I am Reborn al-Din. With the consent of Her Grace, I oversee the affairs of the Sultanate. Brave souls are few and far between in these times. I count my blessings when I find one. Her Grace invites you to join her at the coming banquet. I trust I will see you there.
An honor,
Huzzah!
indeed.
Come, hero!
Until then, for the sake of Her Grace and the glory of the Sultanate, may you walk in the light of the crystal.
By the 12, Kinliana! For an adventurer to receive a personal invitation from Her Grace is unprecedented. See that those banquets are offered only to the most distinguished individuals. You will be dining with some of the most influential people in Ul'dah. There are, of course, certain protocols that must be observed, but I am no authority on them. Fear not, however. Mistress Momody has long been responsible for familiarizing foreign guests with our customs. Pray return to the quicksand and speak with her. I'll tell you all you need to know. Welcome back, Kinliana. Congratulations on your invite to the big soiree. To be honest, I never imagined I'd be explaining these procedures to you. Usually only foreign dignitaries who get to hear me prattle on about royal traditions. Anyroad, I know you're a busy woman, so I'll keep it short and sweet. In accordance with ancient custom, all guests to this banquet are required to wear a pair of ceremonial earrings, made especially for the occasion. Meant to symbolize... Actually, forget about that. This was meant to be the short version. Being of a design unique to the occasion, the earrings serve as a security measure. Sultan Sworn won't let you near the hole without them. Your set should be ready and waiting for you at the Goldsmiths Guild. Mistress Serendipity is expecting you, so you'll want to head down there now. Once you got him, bring him back here and we'll continue. Greetings. Is there something I can help you with? Oh, Kinliana. Your earrings are right here. I crafted them myself. I'll have you know. I think they'll be very pleased. In case Mistress Momody didn't warn you, the box is locked. I'm not the one permitted to give you the key. The final safeguard, you see. Only designated individuals are authorized to distribute the earrings to guests. In this instance, the person in question is none other than Mistress Momody, so you'll only need to ask her to open the box on your behalf. Pardon the inconvenience, but the Sultan Sworn take Her Grace's safety very seriously. Picked up your earrings yet, Kinliana? Let me just... Well, now looks like the guildmaster outdid herself with this pair. Best take good care of these earrings. If they fall in the wrong hands, gods only know what might happen. Now then, you're feeling sociable, Kinliana, because you're about to hobnob with Ul'dah's elite. Let me know when you're ready to head to the banquet. This is it, Kinliana, your big debut in Ul'dah High Society. The banquet's being held in the Fragrant Chamber. Head over to the Royal Promenade, and Bartholomew will show you in. Oh, but be sure to put on your earrings first, or he'll send you packing. Right, well, I reckon that's everything. Try not to let all the pomp and ceremony get to you. Just be yourself and you'll be fine. Banquet hosted by Her Grace the Sultana is due to begin shortly. Attendance by invitation only. Please make way for arriving guests. We're honored to receive you, milady. Please proceed inside.
All hail the Sultana! Your Grace.
Reborn? By right of the Royal House of Ul, I, Nanamo, 17th of my line, have summoned you here. We are graced this day by the presence of a hero to Ul'dah and dear friend to the crown. Honored guests, I give you our champion! And with that, I bid you enjoy the feast.
Not to spoil your appetite, but Ul'dah is hardly so bountiful as this meal would have you believe. While we gorge ourselves, children starve in the streets. Nor can Her Grace do aught to help them. She is thwarted at every turn by those on the Syndicate who derive their wealth from the workers' poverty. Beneath her mask of stately serenity, she is aghast at the plight of her subjects. But there will be no hope for the masses until the crown is restored to power. I am truly grateful for all you have done for Ul'dah, but there is so much more to do. That light, what is it? So bright, almost like by the 12. Tell me true, have you been troubled by strange dreams of late? Visions of the crystal? Mayhap you put them down to an excess of ether? Yes, you are like they were. Allow me to explain. Before you came to Eorzea, there were others like you who fought the primals. Though they were not of this land, when the Garlean Empire threatened the realm, they helped bring together the 3 grand companies. And they stood with us at Cartano, that fateful day 5 years ago. The day we lost them. None who survived have forgotten the heroes' sacrifice. Nor would any man deny they fought alongside us. But the names of these heroes come not to our lips. The once familiar pages of their story are now blank to us. And in our mind's eye, their faces are naught but silhouettes amid a blinding glare. It is for this reason that we have come to call them the Warriors of Light.
When I look at you, I cannot help but think of them, and of what you might achieve. You must protect that crystal at all costs. It is a gift from Hydaelyn, Mother of All, and one she gave to you for a reason. Yours is no ordinary tale. If I am right, the fate of the realm may yet hang upon your deeds. Only heroes and martyrs are fit to bear such a burden. Let us pray you are the former.
Flames to the fore! Victory belongs to the bold! Show those Imperial whore sons what we're made of!
The left flank buckles. Divert the barracudas. Bid them hold that position, though it costs them their lives.
The yellow serpents are in need of succor. Pray, send the white wolves to their aid. The adventurers risk life and limb for our cause. We must not fail them.
Is aught amiss?
No, it is nothing.
Bloody hells! The barrier won't go down so easily! Eyes forward!
We are being watched.
Raging Bull, calling Bloodthorn! Bloodthorn, respond! Respond, damn you!
Raging Bull, this is Mad Snake. Respond.
Ryder, this is Raging Bull. What news?
We're surrounded by a blaze. There is no way out. Gods preserve, what is that thing?
What's going on? Speak to me!
Gods damn it! We cannot hold much longer.
Mad Snake! Mad Snake! Answer me! Damn it! Damn it all to the seventh hell!
What of the barracudas? Can they not be reached?
Sorry, Admiral. Shell's not working.
What of our own?
I cannot say, my lady. That monstrosity appears to be disrupting our communications.
We must keep trying. Call till they respond.
Yes, my lady.
Admiral, General, we can do no more. We must give the order to withdraw.
I will not forsake Louis Soir.
General, please. Victory may belong to the bold, but there will be no victor this day. You know this to be true. Let us not sacrifice lives in vain. The adventurers fight bravely, but to no avail. Let them withdraw, and let us be the ones to stand with Louis Soir.
Belay previous orders. All Maelstrom units are commanded to fall back, effective immediately. Give the foreign levy priority. Let the main host cover their retreat and bring up the rear.
Damn it! Relay the order. All flames are to withdraw. I don't care if our link cells are useless. You still have a working pair of legs, don't you? Well, use them, you bloody half-wit!
The outcome of this battle was long since decided. Better to retreat now than risk a massacre. This dark, stifling presence. Who or what? We go to take our place beside Archon Louis Soir. To your positions.
Kasbamul, Sogin Moise Donzul,
Live to behold Bahamut.
Logalo, Asawad
Beyond of
Deken,
imprisonment,
Bet Mubu,
made him hungrier.
Imarat Way,
I am aware of them.
Kiskat
No
Togas,
minds,
Waddledorn,
powerless.
Seize Nigem,
Gun.
Fizdun the only Lamrai Sadai Dawn.
Its true form. How you feeling, Kinliana? They said you fainted in the middle of one of the general's stories. I had to have you carried back to the Hourglass. I reckon you made quite an impression on your fellow guests, though. Probably not the sort you intended. You sure you're getting enough rest, Kinliana? The life of an adventurer can be pretty taxing. Any road, I'm glad to see you're back to normal. No offense, but looking after you is getting a bit tiresome. Oh, before I forget it, the General left a message for you. Said that when you're feeling up to it, you should come and see him at the Hall of Flames. Probably wants to finish the story he was telling you before you fell asleep. I've been waiting for you, Kinliana. Trust you are fully recovered? Good. There's much work to be done that I would have you do. Listen well, Kinliana. This will take some time to explain. I prepared these letters for my counterparts in the Eorzean Alliance. "5 years ago, we looked on, powerless, as our brothers and sisters were taken from us at Cartano, first by the Garleans, and then by the thrice-damned Primal called forth by their treachery. Not a day goes by that I do not think of my fallen and of the Warriors of Light, whom no trace remained. The tragedies of the Calamity are not so easily forgotten, nor should they be. In remembering all we've lost, we're reminded of what we still have. So I mean to mark the 5th anniversary of the Battle of Cartano with a memorial service honoring the fallen. My hope that my counterparts in the Alliance will agree to do the same. And I would have you bear my words to them as my personal envoy. Why you? Because your deeds mark you as the nearest thing I have to a Warrior of Light. I think of none more worthy of this role. The question is, will you accept it? Then it is agreed. You will journey to Gridania, and Limsa Lominsa as my official representative. Now, that's a great many months to travel, but I have neither the time nor patience to wait around while you do it on foot. I hereby grant you permission to use the airship routes connecting the 3 city-states. This pass serves as proof of your privilege. Gone are the days where airship travel was available to all. The ever-present threat of Imperial attack has forced us to impose drastic restrictions out of concern for public safety. These passes are only granted when circumstance demands it, in this case. Though, there were others who insisted you be granted one regardless. I, Kinliana, am not alone in seeing it. Your potential is plain. But I've said enough. In the name of the Sultana, I bid you go forth. See for yourself the wonders of the realm for which the Warriors of Light risked all. Rise to your calling and fulfill your promise. And should your path be barred by man or beast, strike fast and true, for victory belongs to the bold. Now go, Kinliana, and heed the crystal's guidance should you ever lose your way. Back from your meeting with Reborn, are you? What'd the big man have to say? Is that a fact? Personal envoy of the Flame General himself. So you'll be bearing the great man's word to the leaders of the Alliance, will you? And by airship. Bugger me, that's an honor and a half, that is. But I can't think of anyone who deserves it more. I'm proud of you, Kinliana. I truly am. Now, I dare say Reborn told you this, but how many people get to go on airships these days? In fact, most folks go to their graves having never once seen an Eorzea from above. Poor buggers shuffle off to meet Thal, having never known the blues of Limsa Lemons and Shimmering Seas, the myriad greens of leafy Gridania. But not you, Kinliana. You'll see those sights and more, and everywhere you go, you'll find fascinating folk with fascinating tales to tell. The people you meet, the places you go, savor these experiences. They are priceless all. Saying that, I'd be remiss if I didn't remind you to be careful out there. Ul'dah ain't the only place beset by troubles, as you'll discover when you visit Limsa and Gridania. Truth be told, that might well be exactly what the General wants you to realize. I think he knows what kind of woman you are, Kinliana. What kind's that, you ask? Why, the kind that can't resist sticking her nose in other people's business, of course. Don't you ever go change. Safe travels, Kinliana. See you when you get back. Greetings, madam. This is the reservation counter for passengers traveling to Limsa Liminsa. If I'm not mistaken, you are the Flame General's envoy, Kiliana Ironhide, yes? Highwind Skyways is at your service. Will you be flying with us today? Attention passengers. All passengers, the airship bound for Limsa Liminsa is about to depart. Please make your way to the boarding gate. When first we met beneath the Sultan tree, I sensed there was something unusual about her. I wonder if they will feel the same. Godspeed, Kinliana. Godspeed. I'm right. We'll be singing your praises from here to the far reach before long. May you always walk in the light of the crystal.
It has been 15 years, but the bitter taste of defeat lingers still. 15 years since the Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Egrios, mightiest of all vessels. Silver Till Lake lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours. Or so we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great Midgard Zormer. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worms, the dread serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price. Our invincible flagship was lost, and all hope of victory with her. So ended our glorious conquest. Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods. Twice now it has eluded the Empire's grasp. For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core. Yet, it must be saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance.
We are of one mind, Lord Van Balzar.
Senior engineers, please report to Magitech research following scheduled inspection.
Hey, is the Legatus really planning to take another tilt at the Eorzea?
Hey? What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign, and a huge one at that.
But I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Cartano. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the Legatus's plan.
My lord!
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Ul'dah, my lord.
Alamigo, my lord.
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume.
I don't know what you...
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate. I assure you, Frumentarium sees all. Clean up this mess, and do not miss any, or I shall be most displeased.
At once, my lord.
Garland. Soon you will be made to know the true power of Magitech.
Ah, you must be the envoy from Ul'dah. Welcome to Limsa Luminsa, madam. Admiral Bluefsfin awaits your arrival. The Ul'dah envoy, welcome to Limsa Luminsa. The Admiral's been looking forward to your arrival. Please proceed to the Crow's Lift at your earliest convenience. It will take you to Bulwark Hall. Once there, pray speak with Xanthiel. You'll be pleased to show you in to the Admiral's command room on the bridge. Greetings, madam, and welcome to our fair city. You would permit me to examine the seal on the missive you carry. Yes, everything seems to be in order. My apologies, we cannot afford to be complacent, you understand. Please, step this way.
Enter. So the silver-tongued merchants send an adventurer to speak for them. It appears the Ul'dahs place great faith in you. This way. I bid you welcome. I am Melvib Bluefisvin, Admiral of Limsa Lominsa, and Commander of the Maelstrom. Now, what news from Thanalan?
Memorial service to honor the fallen. Seven hells. Has it been 5 years? 5 years since the Garlean Empire sought to wrest Eorzea from our grasp. It was an answer to the Imperial threat that the city-states formed the Grand Companies and forged the Eorzean alliance anew. But Garlemald was not content to wager all on a simple contest of martial might. He had other plans. A Meteor Project. The Gatus Nail von Darnus, hells take him, intended to cleanse our realm by snatching the lesser moon, Dalamid, from the heavens and casting it down upon our heads. Desperate to prevent this lunatic scheme, we marched our forces to Cartano Flats, and there, at the 7th Legion, in battle. Never have I seen a fight like the Battle of Cartano. I have seen full many. But though we gave no quarter, spared not one ounce of effort, we could not prevent what followed. Inside the shell of Dalamud came a winged nightmare, a dragon the size of a bloody city. It was the Elder Primal Bahamut, bent on making an 8th hell of Eorzea. In the space of a breath, the legions of the Empire were set aflame, while our own armies fared little better. It was as if the whole world was burning. Words cannot well describe this scene. Yet, by some miracle, a few among us were spared. And as I steeled myself for death, a blinding white light enveloped me, robbing me of my senses. When I regained them, the dragon was gone. The still smoldering land was warped beyond all knowing. Were Archon Louisoix still with us, he would doubtless shed some light on this unfathomable happenings. Alas, he is not, and I fear we will want for his wisdom in the days to come. While our nation struggled to recover from the devastation, the beastmen call forth their damned primals to torment us anew. Unless we put aside our differences and rebuild now, our foes will catch us unprepared. I speak not only of the beastmen. Do not imagine that the Empire has forsaken its claim on Eorzea. The Imperials crowd our borders, waiting to strike. Damn it all. We need champions to replace those we've lost. But such thoughts are worse than worthless. Time is short. None will save us save ourselves. The duty of every soul who survived the calamity to work together for the good of Eorzea. This memorial service may be just the thing to unite us. Aye, Reborn has the right of it. I accept his proposal. Your duty is done here, adventurer. I will see to it that the Flame General receives my reply. You travel next to Gridania, yes? Pray give my regards to the Elder Seedseer. Oh, and tell her the wolf has been sniffing around the stables. A private jest and one in poor taste, but I would have you tell it all the same. Fare you well, Kinliana. May the Navigator guide you on your journey. Greetings, madam. This is the counter for passengers traveling to Gridania. Pleasure to serve you again, madam. Are you ready to board the airship to Gridania? Ah, you must be the envoy from Ul'dah. Welcome to Gridania, madam. The Elder Seed Seer awaits your arrival. Greetings, good madam. You're the Ul'dah envoy, are you not? Received instructions to assist you. Pray make your way to the city proper, and identify yourself to the conjurer at Nothika's altar. She will admit you to the lotus stand of the Elder Seed Seer. You're the Ul'dah envoy? Begging your pardons, madam, but might I inspect the Mississippi Bear? Verily, this is the seal of the Supreme Commander of the Immortal Flames. Please.
So you are the Ul'dah envoy. On behalf of our fair nation, I bid you welcome. Please. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Khan-e Senna, Elder Seed Seer of Gridania, and leader of the Order of the Twin Adder, our nation's grand company. I understand you bear a message from the Flame General.
A remembrance servants for the fallen of Cartano. Pray, tell me, adventurer, what do you know of our conflict with the Empire? It seemed my counterparts recounted the tale in some detail. That as well. A message from the Admiral. A wolf has been sniffing around her stables, you say? I see. Well, I shall be pleased to provide her with such counsel as I am able. But first, friend of my friend, I would tell you more of the Garlean threat. For the greater part of its history, Garlemald was not even among the most influential nations in Ilsabard, the northern continent. However, innovations in the field of magitech, some 50 years past, helped to raise it from the depths of obscurity. Emboldened by this technology, it set about subjugating its neighbors, swiftly absorbing each into its ever-expanding territory. When all of Ilsabard lay within its grasp, it turns its ravenous gaze upon Eorzea. Garlemald's transformation did not come about by virtue of magitech alone. Success owed much to the consummate leadership of its first and reigning emperor, Solus Zos Galvus, the man who built an empire in his own lifetime. Yet he has lived long, and after more than 80 winters, it is said that he grows frail and ever more prone to illness. Rumors are to be believed. The matter of succession has destabilized the imperial court. This would explain the empire's relative inactivity in recent years, which has granted us much-needed time to rebuild. We cannot allow ourselves to become complacent, but Garlemald still maintains a presence in Eorzea in the form of the 14th Imperial Legion. Commanding this great host is Legatus Gaius von Belsar, a man whose ambitions are well known to us. So long as he breathes Eorzean air, none of us may sleep easy. The calamity wreaked such devastation upon the realm that it has been all we could do to nurse our wounds, never mind build our defenses. Simply put, we have not the strength to repel the Empire. To add to our woes, the beast tribes continue to summon their primals, whose very existence is a bane upon the land. Each nation is beset with its own primal problem, and none have the resources to look beyond its own borders. The Admiral desires my counsel regarding a brazen wolf. He means to tell me that the Empire may soon resume its advance. Though the primals pose an undeniable threat to our survival, the threat posed by the Garleans is greater still. Clearly, each nation can no longer afford to think only of that which occurs within its own borders. A storm gathers upon the horizon. If we are to weather it, we must needs stand united once more. A remembrance service may help to rekindle the spirit of unity which brought the peoples of Eorzea together when last the Empire threatened our liberty. The Flame General was wise to make his proposal, and I wholeheartedly approve of it. The necessary provisions shall be made for a service here in Gridania. Your work here is done, my friend. I shall send my reply to the Flame General forthwith. I thank you for coming. May the 12 see you safely. I pray your meeting with the Elder Seedseer went well, my lady. Correct me if I'm mistaken, but did you not also deliver a message to Admiral Melwood Bluefsfin in Limsa Liminsa? While you were there, did you happen to meet Baderon, the proprietor of the Drowning Wench? Gregarious gentleman, always happy to help his fellow man. Well, I'm told that he's a task for a capable adventurer. I know not what the task entails, but I dare say the Flame General's personal envoy would make a fine candidate. If you are interested in learning more, pray speak with Baderon at his establishment. Welcome to the Drowning Wench. Sit wherever you like, lass. I'll be with you in Aye, I'm battering all right. Who's asking? Ah, heard as I've got a job for a capable venture, you say. Well, you're bloody right. Just so you're fairly warned, though, this ain't no job for the faint of heart. Things are liable to get downright bleeding hairy. But if you think you're still interested, let me know, and I'll fill you in on the details. That is the end of A Realm Reborn Part 1. Friends and gamers. Yeah, that is the Ul'dah intro. Since I am a gladiator, that is the only one that this character has access to. You technically get different dialogue for being in Gridania first. And maybe someday I'll make alts for that. Just kind of looks like it's the same content, but it is different lines, different people. And starting with part 2 is where the routes converge. Start getting into your first dungeons and things, but I'm gonna call it there for stream. Figure if I can not have New Game Plus parts split into multiple streams, it's better. The further we get into the game, the harder that's gonna be, because they get long. Very long. They're very long and very plot heavy. Lots of cutscenes. But I love this story. I love this story so much. So we'll do this when we can. We'll be back again with part 2 as soon as I can. See why it'll take too long to get back into it, but you never know. Yeah, that'll be it for stream as well. Lurking, thank you for hanging out. Okay. New stream happen probably not tomorrow, because tomorrow I have family dinner. So Friday onward. Well, Friday or Saturday. I'm actually gone at the beginning of next week. Friday or Saturday. Next time you will hopefully see me for either 414, maybe some Type 0. Who knows? But I will get that part highlighted on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. My original playthrough is also all up on YouTube. Same thing, but I didn't shut the hell up during, you know, like, transition parts. But I like the idea of a kind of a clean recording. Just witty banter at the beginning, witty banter at the end. None of it actually witty. Yeah, A Realm Reborn, people say they don't like it, but I think that it's pivotal, because without it, you really can't have the rest of the story. Everyone's like, oh, skip it, it'll be fine. No, if you skip it, you're not gonna know anything about who any of these people are. It's the foundation, and they changed a lot of it to make it a little bit less old. It's just very outdated. So I can actually use the NPCs going forward with the trust system, which is now through the whole game. 8-man content I will still have to queue for or solo. I'll probably solo it until I can't, just because queues might suck. Which is a bummer, because I like having the immersion of the whole fights in there, but we'll see. We will see what happens. That's going to be it for me. That's it for New Game Plus today, and I will catch you all another day. Have a good night, guys.